Sun.
I still haven't figured out how to
Share that shit.
You figured out how to invite people to this thing?
Yeah, we did it last time.
Did we?
Yeah.
Was that me? Did you do it?
You did it on your computer.
Swing Dog, how are you, mate?
Oh,
Here's
Snacksy.
trouble. G'day, Jax.
I thought you did it on your computer.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
We're absolute pros at this.
Absolute pros at the live stream. It's number 3, and we're slowly getting there.
Slowly figuring it out as we go along.
Get around it. We thought we were doing pretty well.
We've recently invested in a new webcam, so we're coming at you live in HD this week. You can see us all nice and clearly. There's no flickery colors and dodgy audio. So slow improvements.
How's the weather?
Get the fuck out of here.
How's the weather? Pretty fucking cold at the moment, but it's warming up today.
It's good in the sun.
Good in the sun. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's not meant to be fucking dodgy, mate. Jesus.
That joke, courtesy of Sweeney from the poor. No, Skeeny from the poor, not Sweeney.
What's this for about? What?
Jackson's joke. He's like, it's hot in the sun, but better in the daughter.
Damn.
That's no good.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's no good at all.
No, keep it PG, please.
PG. So, folks,
We're a family band.
outtakes at the end, not at the start.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Jesus.
that a fucking chicken? It's a fucking chicken.
Yeah, that sounds like a chicken.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Good thing we almost started.
Middle
We
of the
can stop
city.
talking shit.
Fucking hell. Yeah, we got another minute or so. I'm still trying to figure out how to invite some more people.
How'd you be? Oh, no.
Chicken. Oh, jeez. I'm going to lose it.
For some reason, Andy lives in the valley in Brisbane, nightclub city, and there's
Somebody's
chicken.
got a fucking chicken.
Someone's
outside.
bought a chicken, and not a roast chicken, a live chicken. It's clucking away. It's something that we don't really experience a lot on our live streams, but maybe we'll bring some animals on one time or
Like a
another.
little farm, like a little show and
We'll
tell.
have Wartooth Farm edition.
What are those, like the little petting zoos?
Oh, petting zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wartooth petting zoo. Maybe at our show. Our parents own a shitload of chickens.
It's true.
Maybe we could bring some.
I've lost track of the names.
No,
I've been through a few of them.
It was. They have some funny names.
Are they still naming them?
They're still naming them.
Okay.
All the new ones have names.
We've been through a few chickens.
We've- Some of them get eaten by the wild foxes.
No, I think all of them got eaten by wild foxes.
All
Oh
of
no,
them.
some of them died of heat stroke
Heat stroke or something.
during summer.
Yeah, they
lost a
didn't
few
drink
'cause
or
it was-
something. Yeah.
It was
Stupid
fucking
chickens.
warm. Yeah.
Anyway, it's 11 a.m.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
There's a lot of
still
eyes on
figured
us,
out
mate.
how
We
to-
better start performing.
Oh shit! There's people here.
16 eyeballs.
G'day, kids.
So here we go. Trash talk stops.
All right. Yeah, let's get serious. Game face.
And real stuff starts.
It's all right. Morning all. We're coming at you live in HD this week for another issue of the Wartooth live stream.
You're looking
Hey.
so vibrant, man.
I'm feeling
That's
vibrant.
so vibrant.
I went to yoga this morning, mate. I'm fucking on top
Oh,
of the
yeah.
world. I'm pumped.
I meant the video, not.
Oh,
Yeah.
you meant the color of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Skin looks great.
Cheers, mate.
I'm not sure if it was yoga or just the video.
Could just be the HD webcam.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Either way, it's coming across well. How you been?
Good, man. It's all been going on. It's all been
It
going
has
on.
been going on.
We've got a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah. We've finished the demo recordings a couple weeks ago.
It was last week?
Yeah, last week.
Last weekend? Last
Yeah,
weekend we
we've,
laid down the
demo-
cover song.
Demo tracks are done. We've got a sneaky little cover song on there. We're just waiting to get a license approval for that one before we can record it properly for the album.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, it's demos are finished and they're sounding fucking cool. We've showed them to a couple of inside people, and so far the response has been pretty good. the new songs are really taking these people by storm, I suppose you could say.
You know, we said in the first live stream we're doing our EP songs again, and got a couple more, and we had a total of 8. Then we decided to throw in a cover song after we'd finished recording them all, and we laid that one down last weekend, as he said, and it came together quick. Obviously, we were recording it and adding some of our own Wartooth touches to it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a Wartooth.
The Wartooth
version
song for the Wartooth album.
That's right.
Covered by someone else.
That's right.
And
a total of 9 tracks then. Hey, the 4 EP songs. We got 4 new ones and the cover.
Yep.
I think you guys will dig it.
Yeah, and the cover song, it's very fitting.
We're not going to say what it is, though.
I'm not going to say what it is.
Keep that on the down low.
It's very fitting for the album in terms of the message. But the recording process,
lyrical theme wise,
recording process was awesome. We laid it down in a couple of days.
Pretty efficient.
Yeah.
I think by the time we got to the end of the demo process, it was becoming much quicker, and we had more of an idea of sort of how to do it in more efficient ways. I guess it's like anything, a bit more practice.
Lessons learned, processes improved.
For sure.
And the live streams.
The live streams have improved, that's right, yeah. But yeah, so have you had any specific feedback about any of the demos that you want to share?
What did I hear? I heard, all good things. I messaged a few people just to see, if they wanted to have a listen, and I sent it to them. And some of them were like, quality sucks, but the songs are awesome.
It's demos.
Scourge, the one for everyone who signed up for the mailing list. First song, Scourge. Some people are digging it, like Anthrax, and
it's very Anthrax, Nuclear Assault kind
just that mid tempo, good fun,
good thrashing.
And like we obviously got a lot of feedback from Sabotage as well when we hit that, and all positive feedback. And that's basically, we're writing songs for us to enjoy, and obviously we want you to enjoy them too. So it's good for you to inform us and let us know, like, oh, that song's great. We like how you do this, we like how you do that, whatever. And if it sucks, tell us that too.
That's how we learn.
We're not here to please you, but we're not saying that our songs are perfect either. So if you've got criticisms, it's the only way we're going to get any better.
For sure. So yeah, just on that, obviously if you've signed up to the mailing list, there's 3 demos on offer.
Yep.
Sabotage is on YouTube. You've obviously heard the EP songs. So if there's any, just on when you're talking about feedback, if there is any feedback about any of those songs, we'd love to hear that either today through the little comments section there, or in the future.
For sure.
Yeah. So I guess now that the demos are done, we're on to recording the album. We've booked some studio time. So for drums, we're going to record that at Tall Poppy Studios in south side of Brisbane with Nathan Woodrow. Do you want to sort of talk a little bit about the process there with the drums?
Yeah. So we've been jamming at this place since we left our garage way back 2012, 2013 with Kyle and Taylor, back when we had those guys in the band, and then been jamming there ever since because it's just our local place. And when we were doing our EP, we sort of looked at it, but we didn't really like the idea of going there because it wasn't like a metal place. But where we were going to do, we were thinking about doing it again with the bloke we did the Thrash Attack with, but we couldn't really get everything to work in with him. So we just spoke to the guy down where we jam, and he was keen as, really flexible and really confident that he can achieve what we want to do.
He's certainly done some more metal albums since when we were doing our EP. Obviously he recorded Symbolic Weapon, that's probably their biggest one. And there's a few other local metal, and I think he's just said in the last couple of weeks he's been laying down some drums for a few metal bands, so it's good to see that sort of thing happening. One of the things that's really special about the Tall Poppy Studios is they've got this awesome technology for recording drums called a drumbrella is the term. It's the only one in the southern hemisphere.
I think he said that,
There's only a couple of them in the world. Basically it's a big satellite dish with a bunch of soundproofing underneath it, and it's turned upside down, and it sort of sits over the top of the drums. And it just creates this like awesome sound effect. Like even just standing underneath it without drums there, like you could tell the sound effects. When
you're talking, you can hear, all the sounds resonating and shit. So it, we don't know what the hell it's gonna do. Like we've never used it, so it's our first time out.
Certainly seems like it's gonna make an interesting sounding drum track for the recordings.
So we're looking forward to doing that. We're working with Woody, and it's all booked in, ready to go for the 3rd week of July.
That's the drums,
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm flat chat trying to get all my stuff down.
You're practicing hard.
Yeah.
What were you talking about the other day? You were practicing. You were trying to.
Oh
get
yeah.
100.
My initial objective is to practice every song 100 times before I record it, and it should make recording process a bit quicker and easier. But
It's 900.
900 repetitions,
songs.
yeah. And
Damn.
it's about 3.5 hours a day, and I'm just a little bit behind schedule at the moment.
What are you
but
up
I'm
to?
busting my chops
Yeah.
to get back up to speed.
You
I'm
can keep
about-
count.
Yeah, I've got count. I'm about 2.5 days behind, but I slowly make it up by doing like an extra half an hour or an hour every day. But
So
you know,
you've done a couple hundred takes already, but
a couple hundred takes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah.
Impressive.
But we've got mailing lists, we've got social medias, we've got all the album business to take care of. So
That's right.
we've got to balance it all, keep everything
busy,
moving along.
busy. Yep.
But
yeah. Awesome.
you got to set goals to get anywhere near them. So
That's it. Yeah, well, I guess just on the album, so yeah, drums recorded at Tall Poppy Studios. I'm recording the rhythm guitars clean like we did with the demos, so that'll just be done at home. I'll sort of run you through a bit of a setup through that later in the week. I'll show you all the gear that I'm using and give you a bit of a rig rundown. And then what we're doing is we're going to take those clean tracks down to Melbourne to Monolith Studios with Chris DeMelco. So he's recorded bands like Espionage, In Malice's Wake, Harlot, all the sort of big Melbourne metal bands. He's recorded their albums, and obviously they sound amazing. So we want to get a slice of that pie.
we're going to have some of that for
Yeah,
sure.
that's it. So I'm going to take those clean tracks down there. We're going to record vocals, bass, and solos, and obviously reamp the guitars and stuff like that in the studio in Melbourne. And that's booked for September. So that will be the final sort of tracking, and then mixing through end of September, October. Hopefully we should have an album, fingers crossed, first week of November, right before Steel Assassins. So yeah, we're very excited. The studio's locked in, which has given us something to work towards now.
Yeah, no going back now. Yeah.
Well, that's it. It's definitely a commitment. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's exciting. A little nerve-wracking, a little bit nervous, but yeah, it's good to finally see it all coming together.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, a lot of people that we talk to and stuff, everyone's done recording, and it's always good to, just sort of discuss all the pre-jobs involved and just how you deal with the preparation. Like, it's a bit of an intensive situation when you're in there, like just when we did Thrash Attack, there's a lot of emotions, and you watch any documentaries or whatever of bands recording, and it's always intense in the studios.
Frustration, stress, the energy, the adrenaline's running high.
Yeah. The money's ticking away, when the red light's on. So it's good to always talk to people about that process and just dealing with it. And it's meant to be a fun experience. You're getting your process done, like the whole reason.
You're creating your art. That's where it happens in the studio.
That's the time and the place to get it done.
Have any of you guys done any recording? Anybody who's tuned in? I see Dean Arcane's there. Obviously, he's just recorded an album.
Yeah.
But yeah, any tips from anybody who's recorded? Have you guys got any tips for heading into the studio or preparation wise or anything like that?
Let us know.
Love to hear about it.
Sure.
But yeah, so yes.
Talking about albums, let's roll on to the next topic.
Oh, the album title.
Yeah.
So we've been discussing the last couple of weeks what we're going to call this album. At this stage, we haven't settled on a name yet, but it's not looking like it's going to be like one of the songs, named after one of the songs, and it's not going to be a self-titled album.
No.
So we've been discussing a few options, which we want to sort of share with you guys today.
So we've got options. We've got, we've come up with a few over the last couple of weeks and sort of trying to put artwork to them as well. And
yeah,
the sort of thing we were looking for was, okay, what are we about as a band? But then this album is obviously a collection of songs which all have a similar underlying theme. Yeah. And so that's sort of what we're aiming for, to summarize that in a few words, which can be sometimes very difficult, but it's good fun. That's part of being creative as well.
Yeah. I think one of the things that we really want in the title is something that creates like a very strong image.
Yeah, mental.
So, and that will obviously influence the album artwork, but more than that, we just want, when you hear the name of the album, to conjure up some sort of visual, and that's not always easy to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, should we run through some of the options? Or
well, yeah, I was going to say we've got some. You go through what you've got there.
Yeah, so I've got a couple written down here that we discussed last week. One of them is Chaotic Existence. We've got Maelstrom, which is kind of along the same path. We've got some Ignite the Inferno, Hammer of Judgment, Target Acquired. There's nothing particularly jumping out at me just yet, but these are some work in progress titles.
Yeah, really trying to capture the message of the songs and of the band, what we're all about.
Yeah,
it's good fun to sit around and brainstorm, jumping on the thesaurus online and like, oh, what's another word for seed, or what's another word for
planting the seed. That was another
planting
title
the seed, sowing the seed. We're just trying to be like, we're here. This is our first album. We're a metal band. This is what our message is. All of these
and
things.
Part of that is obviously the theme of the songs. Like all of the songs, in some way or another, touch on sort of the complexities of the world that we live in, and sort of how a lot of things are sort of going downhill, or have been going downhill for a long time.
We're identifying.
We've talked about what the songs are about.
Yeah.
In previous live streams and things like that, but yeah, there's definitely a common theme amongst all of them that like the world is not hunky dory.
Yeah.
And not impossible to fix. We've definitely got the possibility as humans to improve the world, and it's just about sort of how do we do that. And to do that, first of all, you have to take stock of like what the issues are, and I guess that's what this album is doing. It's really just laying out like, okay, here's a bunch of issues that we see with the world personally, and then we can start the discussion about how we go about working towards a solution or possible solutions for that.
For sure. So
yeah, I guess that's why some of the titles like planting the seed or that sort of thing.
Ignite the Inferno.
Ignite the Inferno.
How metal is that shit?
Sounds pretty metal.
It sounds pretty metal. Let's be metal for metal. Yeah. Another Fireball album cover.
What if we get some pyro for the stage though? If we're gonna have that.
No, that's.
I don't know if the back room or the crowbar would let us do that.
No, burn the place down.
Did you see that video on the socials this week about some band in, I think it was Asia, and they had these like little fucking flamethrower things set up on the stage?
Oh really?
They're playing in like, it looked like a classroom.
Yeah.
And they had these little pocket bloody flamethrowers sitting on the ground, just launching fire into the air.
You can't have too much fire in your live show, apparently.
Well, only if the venue burns down or the sets the alarms.
Then someone's going to question you, but until then.
Well, I reckon that's a good like limit. If we push for that, and then the alarms go off and they kick us out,
like,
then we'll turn it back from there.
Just
I guess,
a notch, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's the balance.
That's it.
All right.
No, the world needs more fire.
So when we go from albums, obviously we need some people to play shows with, because we've got to promote our album.
Well, that's right. I mean, we've got,
we're a band.
Once the album's finished, we're recording it as a two-piece, if that has not already been apparent. Wally's going to take the drums
and the gangs.
And the gang vocals. That's right, backing vocals.
I was in a choir when I did school, so I'm good.
That's right. I forgot about that actually.
Many
years ago. Yes.
Many years ago.
Back when you were younger and had shorter hair.
That's right.
But I'll be doing the bass, the guitars, and vocals. Wally's going to be doing the drums and backing vocals. And we might be getting some other help with the backing vocals, just to create that real sort of gang effect.
Yeah, really going for that chant.
Yeah, like in Thrash Attack with the "We Want You" and stuff like that. You gotta. It's really part of our sound, I think, that gang vocal. So.
What we're aiming for.
For sure. But so once the album's recorded, we have got some shows to play.
Before the album recorded, we have some shows to play.
That's right, which we're going to get to in a minute. But so we're going to need some more people to help us out there, obviously on the stage.
Yep.
Do you want to?
So at the moment, this week coming, we've got our first 4-piece jam.
That's right.
Has been a very long time coming since the last one, and we've been working with the guitarist. He's going along pretty well. He's loving the songs.
Yep.
He's part of the mailing list and all that sort of thing, and he's loving listening to the demos. And he's not super insane, but he's doing what we need him to do, and he's got that drive and he's got that passion, which at the end of the day, you need all of those things if you're going to get
everything.
If you're going to get any better, you've got to have your mind in the right place, and he's got that. So
for sure.
Got the first session with the bass player this week. He's been chatting with Andy.
Yeah, I hung out with him last week at, what gig was that? Total mental blank now.
MUWW.
Oh, the Metal United Worldwide at the back room. That's right. Yeah, so I was chatting to a bloke there who is playing bass with us this week, and he's been in some local metal bands in Brisbane for a few years now. Got some experience. He's not a stranger to the stage. So I guess hopefully the chemistry is all there with everyone in the room on Wednesday. We'll let you know how it goes, obviously. But I'm excited to finally have the band sort of coming back together, and
Piece,
getting that full sound in the jam room again.
for sure.
It's been sounding a bit empty.
The most important thing we're looking for, like, okay, we can play a show, we can have 2 people up there who just, get up and play the songs note for note, but our live experience, as you would know, is built on that atmosphere and that energy that's created.
For
So
sure. High energy.
when we're looking for people, that's got to be the most important thing. Everyone makes mistakes when you're playing live shows. Hopefully that didn't burst your bubble.
I don't think I've ever made a mistake playing live.
Sorry, not this guy, but
that's a lie. Like,
it's important that we're having that energy and everyone's having that good time. So we've got to make sure that we can create that energy in the jam room.
I mean, the live show is an experience. Everyone's there to have a good time, not just there to. You guys aren't just there to sort of stand there and be like, yeah, they played that really well. Like, well done. I mean, if you want that, just listen to the CD.
That's right. When we get one.
Yeah, that's right. But but like Lemmy said it, and a lot of other famous musicians have said, the live experience is a show. It's a performance. You got to perform. So it's more than just playing the songs note for note.
Yeah, for sure.
And so some of the guys that we've been talking to and that we're jamming with on Wednesday definitely understand that, and hopefully when our first show comes around, we will all be ready to go. And our next show is, just as a bit of a segue there. Yeah, no, it's terrible. But so our next show has been announced. It's the end of August 31st in Brisbane at the Crowbar, supporting from the USA Metal Church, which is an awesome opportunity for us. We're stoked to be a part of that. Sharing the stage with Asylum, our local buddies, and obviously the Metal Church as well. So it's going to be a big night of thrash metal. It's going to be our return to the stage after more than 6 months. I guess it'll be 8 months by that point.
Yeah, January, Voivod.
When we supported Voivod, that's right. So, I'm prepared and repping and raring to go. Keen to hit the stage again. So if you guys are in Brisbane, make sure you get along to that one.
Yeah, and you can get tickets from us after we say so.
Through the mailing list.
Yeah, through the mailing list.
Social media.
Through our social media. We're not selling them publicly yet, but you'll see. Keep an eye out for that. We'll pop up the link of where you can go to get them. We'll be selling discounted tickets, and we're keen as to get everyone along. We really want to make sure we can play to everyone that might have missed us over the last 8 months, and we're going to be absolutely on fire.
The tension is just building and building.
Yeah.
Like inside the Warcamp, we're just like
ready to go.
So keen to play a show.
Metal Church and Asylum obviously going to kick ass too. So
yeah, it's going to
be a good night. Value for money.
Definitely.
We're not going to miss it.
That's right.
And it's a Saturday.
And it's a Saturday.
We never get
that. Doesn't usually happen in Brisbane.
No, not for the international
supports.
band.
Yeah.
So lucky Metal Church, hey? Good for them.
Yeah, that's right. One of the other shows that we've got coming up is in November. That's already been announced. I'm sure you guys have seen all about that. That is the Mighty Steel Assassins Festival in Sydney. We're stoked to be hitting the road, and as I said before, fingers crossed, we'll have the album ready for that one. And that's an awesome bill. It's just insane, the bands that are on that. We've got Tabra from Tasmania, there's Mason, Envenomed, Bullet Belt from New Zealand's coming over.
Japanese band or something.
Yeah, there's a Japanese band on there. I can't think of the name right now. There's a band called, I think it's Witch Skull.
Yeah, something like that.
There's a ton of awesome local bands. Medics of Pain are coming down from Brisbane with us. Big shout out to those guys. They're doing really well at the moment. But yeah, that's just going to be 2 days of absolute mayhem at the Bridge Hotel in Sydney. Again, tickets are on sale online through Facebook and things like that. We'll send you a link to that in the near future.
You can get those from Mosh Tix, and $30 for 1 day or $50 for the 2 days.
That's right.
So
we'll be playing on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I think the set times have already been announced. So
get your money around that.
Definitely, yeah. Just a question here from Sweeney. What's my favorite Metal Church album? I would have to say The Dark. It's a classic. It's got so many good songs on it from start to finish. Favorite song, Ton of Bricks off the Dark album is probably, It's just like a really good thrash album with elements of like Judas Priest and a lot of those old school sort of metal sounds. I think, that's definitely my favorite. What's your favorite, Sweeney? Have you got a favorite Metal Church album or song? Send that through. We're keen to hear it. But anyway, so Steel Assassins is going to be another big one. It'll be good to hit the road with the new band as well, get out of Brisbane. And there's another show between those two, which hasn't been announced yet, but it will be announced, I believe, next week.
Finally, yep.
Yeah.
Good to go. September.
We got 3 shows total booked at this point. Looking for more, obviously, for the end of the year and moving into next year with the album. Next year we'll be doing a full sort of tour, touring the album around the country and all that sort of stuff. So if we're not hitting a city yet, obviously we will at that point.
We're going to get around.
But obviously touring in December is not great for anybody.
No.
It's Christmas time. Everyone's trying to save money and all that stuff. So we're not going to put that sort of pressure on anyone or ourselves. But yeah, some big shows coming up.
You can see all of that on our socials.
That's right.
And you know what else you're seeing on your socials?
That's right. On
It's
Instagram
Maroon June.
That's right. Maroon June. So the concept here was basically, let's just give a shout out to other Queenslanders in the metal scene, whether it be bands, promoters, and things like that.
The community.
Yeah,
We appreciate
Queensland metal community.
Yeah.
Based around, it's State of Origin month, obviously, in the NRL. So we're Queenslanders. If you're not a Queenslander, that's probably okay, unless you're from New South Wales, in which case, but obviously Victorians and things like that are exempt from this one. Anyway, so Maroon June, getting around your Queensland pride.
Showed the game tonight, but we've been doing it all month long.
That's right.
Getting around. You've seen it all on Instagram. Like Andy said, we're showcasing the best of the Queensland metal community. We've shout out to Medics of Pain, shout out to the Poor. We've given some love to our favourite promoter, Mousy, who runs all the stuff at the back room.
That's right. We've still got another week left too, so there'll be a couple more shout outs.
Yeah,
Just while we're talking about those gigs, obviously we're playing with Asylum, with Metal Church. Those guys have been around since, they were around before we started, but we've played a ton of gigs with those guys. They're all over these posters behind me. They're awesome guys, awesome mates, and big shout out to Asylum, obviously.
Yeah.
And you already mentioned Medics of Pain, but we're traveling to Sydney for Steel Assassins with those guys. So there's another big Queensland band repping the state at the moment. Just on that, if you haven't already heard Medics of Pain's album, please give it a listen. It's creatorish. It's very almost death thrash. I'm not sure what exactly genre they classify themselves as, but I would consider it sort of borderline death thrash, but more sort of down the alley of Creator type German Teutonic thrash metal. But that album sounds amazing. The production on it is awesome. The songs are wicked. I saw them last week at Metal United Worldwide, and they put on a good show as always. Have you seen all their guitars? Medics of Pain.
No, only a couple.
Oh man,
shows.
all 3 of them have these matching airbrush guitars by Jamie, their bassist, I think, does it.
Yeah.
Oh, it just looks so awesome, man.
Good appearance for the live show.
Neon green skulls across the guitars. It looks like a real unit.
Yeah, right.
They all match. It's awesome choice, guys. That's a really good job on the Medics of Pain stuff there. But as I said, if you haven't heard of Medics of Pain, please do check them out on social media and Bandcamp and all that stuff. They're good mates of ours. So yeah.
So keep your eyes out for the end of Maroon June, and obviously this month's almost over. We've got the new feature for July.
That's right.
We'll let you know about that
next week. Yeah,
we'll start next weekend.
That's right.
Or thereabouts. So,
you guys got any more questions for us? We're probably going to keep this one pretty short today, so we'll be wrapping up pretty soon. But if you guys have got any questions about the album, about our shows, about members, about demos, about social media, or just life in general, I guess just swing us something through. But otherwise, we'll sort of wrap it up in the next 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes.
Maybe not that long.
Well,
get your questions in quickly.
Yeah, we get your questions in. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up to the mailing list. What is it? Sign up.
Just go to wartoothmetal.com and there's a link to
sign up
there. Or go to our Facebook page and click the sign up button.
We've got ourselves a website, and that is that's pretty cool. We feel pretty cool having a website because apparently social media is not the shit. Well, it is the shit, but there's other things out there that still exist called websites.
Yeah.
So we went and got one of those, even though there's not much there.
It's still a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Definitely, but you can jump over there and have a look if you want. wartoothmetal.com.
For sure. And that will take you to the sign up page, or you can go to our Facebook page. We want you to get around that because that's the only way that you're going to be able to see everything we have to say.
Plenty of content on the mailing list at the moment. Yeah, Wally's been working really hard on that one, getting a lot of emails drafted up and sent out. So obviously signing up, you get 3 songs, 3 demo tracks to listen to. There's a link to buy some cheap merch. There will be discounted tickets and
discounted tickets, all the merch, all the album stuff before it comes out. We'll be sending it straight to all of those who are on the mailing list.
That's right.
First, because we've got to give love to the people that love us.
That's right.
And especially on social media, like you don't see everything. We post something and it only goes out to maybe 20% of our audience. So if you like our page and you want to see more of what we got, then social media is not going to give it all to you. The
Unless
people
you're
at
specifically
Facebook,
browsing for it. That's right.
exactly.
So,
The people on Facebook and the people at Instagram, they're not letting you see all the love that we're giving you. So make sure you get over to the mailing list, and that's where you're going to have all that information coming through.
that's right.
And like you said, there's this special Wartooth shirts which haven't been publicly released yet. So letting everyone
just
in the
for
mailing
list subscribers.
at the moment.
That's right.
So be sure to get around that. And
yeah, so the plans for this week, I'm going to start album tracking guitars. As I said, I'm going to run you guys through a bit of the rig rundown this week, showing you all the gear that I'm using and whatnot. What else we got going on this week? Obviously wrapping up Maroon June. There'll be a couple more posts coming for that.
I've got to go drumhead shopping, so that's a couple $100. Got to pull out of my pocket and find the premium sound for my drum kit before we head into the studio in a few weeks.
And you got some catching up to do on those 100 takes of every song.
Yeah, got to work overtime, and also got to just get to jam with the 4 new blokes.
Big jam on Wednesday.
I think we'll be deciding on an album title today or this week, so
won't be too far off. But
it's
again, if you guys have got any suggestions or feedback on the options, send it through.
let us know.
There's one more question there from Joshua Sweeney for you, Wallace. I'll let you have that one.
Metal Church.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much Metal Church, but I'm going to be listening to a lot of their stuff so I can make sure I get to sing along at the show.
That's right.
Because obviously, if I'm playing for a band, then they're probably not too bad. So I want to make sure that I'm aware of what they're doing.
Check out The Dark. That's a new album.
Someone told me,
thrash.
it might have been Tim. Tim told me, maybe not Tim. Someone told me it's like all their stuff. It's a lot of variety throughout their life, which is always good. So I mean, maybe people who are fans of one album might not be the fans. Same as Metallica, Some people like the 80s or 90s or now or whatever. So
I don't know many people that like their 90s stuff.
maybe, but there's obviously made them millionaires.
No, a lot of people do like that stuff, myself included.
So, oh, good. We'll have a squiz at Metal Church and get around it.
That's the job for this week. There you go.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, you're gonna be a busy lad.
I do a lot of driving at work, so I get to listen to music all day long. So maybe they'll be the key band feature this week. But anyway, we'll get onto that.
That's
there
it.
Gotta love hype.
Oh, there you go. Happy days. All right, guys. Well, we might wrap it up there. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back in a month's time for another one of these.
It may be the day after or the day before I start recording drums, so
That's
I'll
right.
be either super excited or super drained.
One or the other.
One or the other.
But good luck in the studio anyway, Wallace. And
see you after.
thanks
that.
again for tuning in, guys. As I said, sign up to the mailing list. Give us a like on Instagram and all that. Otherwise, have a good one.
See you later.